The Desert Tiger Podcast.
All right, Ambush, we are here with rapper, hip-hop dancer, and singer, as well as just so many other various hats that he happens to hold, carry, is continuing to grow, as we're going to dive into here today. We are here with Kalan. How's it going today, Kalan?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing awesome. Having a wonderful day myself. I can't complain. Super excited to dive into your journey here today.
Same here. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, before we get too far into the new stuff, because I know you've been having a little bit of a recent success, I want to take a moment to dive into a little bit of the past, build a little bit of a foundation for our listener here. So you're only 15, and the decision to pursue rap came at about the age of 11. So the music industry can be very imposing to get into. So what was that decision at 11 to not only pursue this rap world, but also how do you go about like building yourself, growing, and getting started as an artist at that age?
Yeah. So I started as a dancer, like when I was really little. And then I started kind of through dance, since I danced hip hop, I started kind of getting into the hip hop music and rap. And I learned a couple like fast raps. Like my first fast rap ever I learned was an Eminem song. And I kind of started really enjoying kind of that. So I started writing my own. And I've always just loved music in general. So from there, I started kind of making full songs and eventually kept writing until I was kind of good enough to start making them. And I like fully recording them and releasing them. And I started really enjoying it. So from there, I kind of kept going and made the decision to start doing it for real.
Okay, so the writing and recording, how did you learn that aspect of the business? Was that watching YouTube videos, searching things up online? Did you have a mentor? How did that sort of work out?
I don't even know really. I kind of, just because I've listened to so much music, I guess I've kind of picked up on certain things, whether it's like certain writing aspects or recording, how to like, since I've also like learned other people's songs and how to rap them. So kind of the flows and different ways to like rap on songs, I kind of learned through that and kind of added it to my own music, I guess.
Okay, so you just sort of took your influences, sort of figured out what you liked, the way that your flow sort of worked within those systems and sort of built your flow out of that and then took it out of there.
Exactly, yeah.
Ooh. I like that. I like that very much. So once you finally take those first few steps, because at 11 you decide to get into it, 13 you release your first track, at 14 you release your debut EP, New World. So what was it like after taking that time to sort of formulate your own style? What was it like to finally release pieces of yourself out into the world there?
It was nerve-wracking but exciting. I spent a long time working on that. I think like the first song I wrote for that was in like February of 2020, and it came out in November. So it took a long time, and obviously that's when COVID started happening. So it like kind of delayed everything. It spent a lot of time like looking for beats, writing, and still trying to find my sound and my style and what I like to do. And I'm still doing that now, but it was very, it was fun and it was a challenge. But it felt good to finally release that after having it just for me to listen to by myself for so long. It felt good to finally release it.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that some listeners don't actually consider is sometimes an artist can write a song, whether it's months ago, sometimes it's years ago, and like you can be like working on this for so very, very long, and they hear the final product and they're like, oh, this is awesome. And oh, this must have came together so quick. And it's like, no.
Yeah, exactly. It was hard.
Awesome. So one thing that did come with these releases and otherwise is you started to build yourself very quickly, find some success. And you even had the opportunity to have the title track from New World featured inside of like smash hit game Fortnite. So like that's pretty freaking huge. So what was that like?
That was crazy. I don't even know how it really happened. Uh, it was crazy. My friends when I found out, my friends were all thought it was fake. They thought I like dubbed my song over the game, and yeah, they were all really shocked when they found out it was real. It was like, this is real, and they were like, that's crazy. Um, I thought it was crazy because I've been playing the game for a while, so it was crazy when it finally happened when I found out.
So you found out after the song was already being featured inside of the game then, or?
Yeah, we heard like certain things like this, it could happen, and then we were like, then we found out it would happen, and we kind of asked them like, so when will it be in the game? And they were like, it's already been in the game for a month. And I was like, what? And then I went right on the game and tried to look for it, and I found it. So
Wow, and that's like for a lot of people who have grown up, like video game soundtracks are how some of us find some new music these days, no matter what games it happens to be. Like with Rocket League, with Fortnite, with all of like the sports games that have those epic soundtracks as well. So it's probably after like, are you, like you said, a little bit of a gamer there. So that's like got to be quite the moment for sure.
yeah.
Wow, awesome. Awesome. So of course that was the tail end of 2020 there. We're already more than halfway through 2021. So you've been staying pretty busy this year as well. You just released two singles here in the summer, your first two singles of 2021, and they too bringing you quite a bit of success. So let's jump into some of these tracks. I want to jump into the first one, our first taste of the summer heat here with Chosen. Take us behind this track, what it means to you, what it was like to build it, all those fun things.
Yeah, so in January for my birthday, my parents and my whole family kind of built a home studio in my basement. I still go to a studio to record, but that was kind of the start of like this new kind of chapter. And then I wrote Chosen because I was really excited down there because I just got it and I was like, this is crazy. So I wrote it. I found the beat and I was like, this beat is amazing. I'm going to write to this right now. So then I just got that first, like, I feel like I'm chosen, that line, and just kept writing to it and perfecting it. And it really, I love the song so much because it brings so much energy. And I do feel like I'm kind of like chosen to make music because I've loved it for so long. I feel like if I was doing anything else, like, I don't know what it would be. So I love that song because of that.
Okay, awesome. And like you said, sort of getting out that vibe of you've been building for this for a while, and it's that energy of it's that capturing of like, no, this is what I want to do. Like, I'm going to put everything I can potentially go into this, right? And you go into the song as well. So like you said, captures that energy very well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice, nice. And of course, that's gotten quite a bit of streams as well, has been doing very, very good. And of course, your other track, a little bit newer here, just released at the end of July. So literally like 2 weeks ago, if that, is your latest track here, Zoom, already has over 27,000 streams on Spotify alone. Already 250,000 views on YouTube alone. So already, like, this song itself, zooming on away. So let's dive a little bit into this latest track here. The difference in energy you're trying to capture as opposed to Chosen, and, just where it's taken you.
Yeah. So I wanted with Chosen, it was a little more like rap and like full on, just like me trying to get something off my chest and like all that. And then with Zoom, I kind of wanted to switch my style a little bit. It's a little bit more melodic and kind of different from the stuff I've released in the past. And that's kind of the music I listen to. So I was like, I want to try and do this in my own music so I can enjoy it too. And that's kind of what I wanted to do when I first started writing it. And then, yeah, like I said, since I got the studio in my basement, it allowed me to be a lot more creative without like pressure of like, I need to write this certain way so I can go to the studio and like do it one take. Like it kind of felt more like it felt better, and I can express myself differently. So that's kind of why I took a kind of more melodic route with that song, just to kind of change it up. Um, and yeah, it felt like we've been in quarantine for so long with COVID and everything. It kind of felt like a song to just get out there and like we can party, we can have fun again. So yeah, that's kind of what that song is kind of about.
Okay, so sort of embracing a little bit more of like the style, the sound that you yourself want to go for, and maybe vibe with there, and then also, like you say, B, the world potentially opening up again soon, which is very exciting. So, a party tune, always nice to groove to.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. And the music video for this track, you're also grooving pretty hard. So I feel like you're not just going to the sound you want to capture, but also like continuing to pay homage, still sort of staying in that realm of hip hop dancing, which you mentioned sort of got you started inside of this. So the music video, what was it like to sort of film that, go to like all these different cool Toronto spots? Once again, like you said, get out of the house, enjoy the sunlight, the city.
Exactly. Yeah, we went to downtown Toronto to film a lot of it, and we went to the skate park to film some of it. I brought some of my friends, uh, and yeah, it was fun. It was definitely a fun video to film. It's not too like serious. It's just having fun out there, uh, which was very fun for me to film. Um, Especially downtown. Yeah, like hip hop music and hip hop dancing. I definitely involved a lot of that because I've been doing that for like my whole life. So I still want to involve that with my music. So yeah, it was really fun to film.
Awesome. You handled all the choreography and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Well, there's some sick dance moves. So anybody watching this who hasn't seen the video yet, you should definitely go and check that out. See a little bit about some beautiful Toronto with some beautiful moves as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So as we mentioned earlier, you're like 15, you're still sort of progressing through some of those early stages of life, and one of those important stages is school itself. So you're probably in high school right now, and I mean, obviously with last year probably a little bit more of like the homeschooling style. So maybe it was a little bit easier. But what has it been like to sort of balance the world of music and the success that you're finding inside of it while still getting schoolwork done and making sure that like we got to get graduated, we got to do that sort of stuff as well, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a tough balance, but especially last year since it was all online, it was like pretty much all online my first year of high school. So it was definitely I think next year will be a little harder, but yeah, I think I just have to like keep a kind of like a schedule. This is how I have to make time for my music, and then have another certain time for homework uh, in school. So it's definitely going to be harder, but I think I'll be able to handle it.
Okay, so it's sort of learning those worlds and the importance of discipline are very early on then.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, it looks like you're rocking it so far, which is very good, and it looks like you're continuing to build here. So, what does the near future potentially hold for us? Because, like we said, things might open up, so you might be able to get some live shows going. Are these songs leading towards a bigger collection of work? What does the near future, the rest of 2021, hold for Kalan?
Yeah. So I definitely want to start doing shows. That's like the main thing. Uh, because even like when I mainly just danced, I would always love the shows the most. I used to perform with like a group and everything. So that's something I really want to do. And I want to involve my dancing into that so it could make a really good show. And I'm really excited to show my skills on stage like that because that's what I'm really excited for. But for the music, I think I'm gonna stick to singles for now. I have a song coming out uh, later this month, at the end of this month. So I'm just gonna stick to singles for now. But maybe in the future I'll do more of an album or something way down the line. But we'll see. For now, I'll stick to singles, and I just really want to do shows.
Fair. So get a little bit more of a catalog out, get some of that success in those playlists, and otherwise build that name for yourself, and then get out on the road, do that stuff, and then, afterwards maybe focus on some other stuff then.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick. Awesome. I love the perspective. I love the drive and all of these other things. And I also love the conversation we've been having so far, Kalan. I got one last question for you. Are you ready for it?
Yep.
Okay. So we've talked about the decision to get into music, your growth as an artist, progressing in that way. But what I would like to know now is, over the last few years here of going about this journey, how has it helped you grow as a human being, or what has it taught you about yourself?
It's a hard question. I think it's taught me how to balance a lot of things. It's taught me what I also want to do. Like, I do want to do music for like the rest of my life. So it's taught me a lot in that aspect. It's taught me how to write and how to get things off my chest easier. Yeah, all of that, it kind of goes into one. That's really what I've learned. It's really what it's really what I've learned, not to repeat myself, but I hope the future keeps that going, and hope I can learn more about myself in the future with music.
Okay, so learning how to express yourself better, and through that expression, maybe learning exactly a little bit more about who you are through that.
Yes, exactly.
All right, awesome. Well, once again, like I said, I love the lesson. I love the perspective. I've loved this conversation. So thank you, Kalan, for joining me here today on the Desert Tiger Podcast.
Thank you for having me. Enjoyed it.